What's up? This is Jake's Junk. Welcome to my crib. Take you guys in here and kind of show you how, first of all, I was able to buy this house from buying and flipping things that I thrifted or couches from Marketplace. So we bought the house from flipping and then stuff that we bought from flipping to stage it. All right, and then we'll start right here with this West Elm kitchen table. Actually retails for $2,700. We got it from a lady on Marketplace for 250 bucks. The chairs, the black chairs that go with it, I got an offer up. I paid 20 bucks for all 4 chairs and I gave him a black paint job. Kind of wanted like that farmhouse look. This entire set over here, we got at a yard sale. We got this table at a yard sale for 20 bucks. I paid $10 for these, I believe also at a yard sale. And little stuff like this, we just kind of thrifted over time. So this entire set right here, we're all in for like 40 bucks. Let's see, the bar stools were left by the previous owners. So these were free. I wanted this tree for so long. This tree back here, we actually got from a liquidation center for 100 bucks, but I believe it retails at Costco for either 350 or 400. Even our coffee machine over here, Megan's coffee machine, we bought on Marketplace. I think she paid 100 bucks for it. I know it retails at Target for, I want to say 600 or 700. Don't quote me on that, but 600 or 700 bucks. We paid 100 for that. Megan's reformer over here, we got on Marketplace recently. We paid $500 for it. It came out of a beautiful house up in Scottsdale. He said the previous owner left it. Supposedly, it's about a $10,000 machine. But again, 500 bucks, really cool. We'll pan this way. The only things that I did buy new in a recent video were some of these knickknacks up here. But the table itself came from Marketplace. A lady local here makes them. The TV was from OfferUp. I paid 500 bucks for that. I know it retails for about 2,500, so that was a good deal. The curtains we got for free. A lot of the knickknacks we got for free, actually. A lot of the stuff I get online when I get couches, a lot of people are giving other stuff away for free with it. So a lot of this stuff is free. The picture on the wall over there was free. The ceiling fan we're still working on. I believe I got that. I paid a gentleman, I think $10 for it. He sold me his couch. They were moving out. He had the ceiling fan, so $10. I believe at Home Depot it retails for about $300. That's a good deal. This patio set right here was Marketplace. It's the first thing we bought for this house. We paid 100 bucks for the entire set. I know at Home Goods or Home Depot, I forget, this retails for about $500. So that was a great deal. Over here, we got the patio swing, Goodwill. I paid $120 for it. I think I overpaid, but it was more for making content that day. $120 for that. This was also Goodwill. This swing right here, that was $10. This was left behind by the previous owner, so that was free, but I did paint the set black. It was white before. We got the bean bags at Goodwill. That was in a video, $5 each, so 10 bucks. And then the couch swing over here, this is a lot of fun to build. This was actually a baby crib before that I cut down the sides, I cut off the front. I installed some wood underneath. So for the crib, I paid 20 bucks for the crib and I paid, I want to say 40 bucks for the wood, rope, and hardware. So all in for 60 bucks. That was pretty cool. We got these chairs right here for free. Just cool, like lawn chairs. We got this patio set back here. This was in the nanny video, my grandmother. We paid like $25 for this set at Goodwill. $25 for the set, and I think I used about $4 worth of wood stain. So really cheap, so all in for like $29. The grill was free from a lady last year. She gave me her couch, and she said, if you could take the grill for free, you can have it. So that was free. The wooden garden beds over there, those are from Facebook Marketplace. A gentleman makes them. They're about about 60 bucks a pop. So good deal for that. That's Megan's garden area. We got all the rock right here was free. The Big River rock was on Marketplace. That was a free listing. He said, if you can haul it, you can have it. And then this rock right here was a gift from my contractor. So we're all into this whole side of the house over here for not very much. And then we'll go back over here. All the bedroom sets in the house from Marketplace, very cheap. So yeah, long story short, we were able to furnish this house, including the reformer and including the front door, actually. We'll touch on that real quick. The front door, the first thing we did when we bought this house was we installed double doors. Because of all the furniture that I move in and out, it just makes it a lot easier. So I got this door on Marketplace for $1,000 even. So for everything in the house, it came out to, we tallied up, it was about $3,920. And that's with the reformer and with the door. If you take those two out, we're all in for like $2,400. So $2,400 to furnish an entire house is amazing. And it just goes to show that you can find good deals. They're out there. It may take a little bit longer, but if we went retail on this, this would have probably been about $15,000 to do it this way. So pretty cool.
Next big flip, your man Lewan Diggs here, and I am in Mesa, Arizona with my guy, Jake from Jake's Junk. And when I tell you all, I'm super excited about this particular interview. Now, I do not reach out to people usually who have these massive followings, just because a lot of times they do not respond, or they're not approachable. They may have some type of superstar mentality, but it's been different here with Jake. He responded within like a day of me reaching out saying, "Hey, I would love to get on the podcast." He said, "Why not?" And I said, "You know what? I'm about to take this show on the road." And Jake said, "Let's go." And so I'm here in Mesa, Arizona. I spent the last 2 days where it was a lot of rain, cloudy, but I still had some great interviews. But now we're here in Mesa, Arizona, and it's over 100 degrees today.
117.
117. Crazy, right? Crazy. You're in the treat. This is going to be an extended episode because this is a guy that I want you to learn from, hear from, and the best is yet to come with Jake's Junk.
Yep.
The next week, flip. Let's get it.
Let's go. Yeah, so as far as the Hummer goes, GMC reached out to my manager and they just said, "Hey, we'd love for you to kind of showcase the car. You can post about it. You don't have to if you don't want to, but they said, we'd love if you just kind of go to Goodwill and kind of show like a day in the life with it." So here we are. It's the new 2025 Hummer EV. And this thing is smooth, man. It's a sharp ride. My favorite part about it is the turning radius. I mean, this thing just spins on a dime. It's so nice. The interior is clean. The only thing is I've never had an EV before and I haven't charged it yet, but we still have 200 miles. So let's get it. Whoop. Let me put this.
Since you got 200 miles, so they give you so many miles to drive it.
Yeah. Well, they said you could drive as much as you want. Okay. So it comes with 300 on the full charge. Okay. So they dropped it off. It had like 290. We used it a little bit a couple days ago. But yeah, we still got 200. Yeah, this is really nice. So what do you say? Goodwill? Let's do it. All right. And the cool thing with this job is, let's put this over here. The cool thing with this job is you just kind of see where the day takes you. Every day is a new day. And I don't know what tomorrow brings. I don't know if I'm going to have a lot of deliveries, a lot of pickups. If I go to Goodwill, if I get stuff that I'm going to thrift. That's the beauty of this job, is every day is different. And I never worked a 9 to 5. I did have a little bit of experience in the office back in 2017. I got my real estate license and I was working in an office for about 6 months. And I just said, this isn't for me. It was the same thing every day. It was going into the office. It was making cold calls. It was just doing office work. And it was fun. Every now and then you get out, you do open houses, you do door knocking. But I was just like, there's nothing like doing this, because this is just freedom. And it's exciting. Like, again, we're going out now. We don't know what we're going to find at Goodwill. We could find nothing. We could find something nice. So the unknown, I think, is the best part of all this. And you get cool stuff like this now. Crazy. Yeah. But it's crazy because, I was never like a content creator. I was never like a TikTok guy. Is that? Oh, that might be my secret. It might be that. That's it. Yeah.
Telling me that you can't drive.
You're good. You're good.
So I can live.
There we go. So yeah, so and it's funny, this whole content thing, like I was never a TikTok guy. I never really posted much. And the whole backstory of this account was I just wanted to post videos or have some sort of video proof of what I did for work in my 20s. So let me get some air here. You comfortable? Okay, cool. So about a year ago, I thought, what a better place than TikTok to post these videos, because I had no followers. I had like 4 followers a year ago. And I thought, I'm just going to post the videos there because no one's going to see them, but I'll still have them one day for my children. Because I had no proof of what I did for work. And then I posted them, and like anybody else at first, it was kind of slow. I get, a couple hundred views and it wasn't doing much. And then it just took one video. I remember we went to Las Vegas. I think it was last November or December. And I posted a video and I put my phone away. Me and the boys were just kind of walking through the strip. We hit a couple shows. It was actually for there was a Travis Scott concert we went to. My little brother wanted to go. And I remember I posted this video, I put my phone down, and I came back a couple hours later and my notifications just blew up. I think I had like, at the time, which was huge for me, I had like, I think 50,000 views in the video. And I told the boys, I was like, is that good? Okay. At the time, for me, it was huge, but I had like 50,000 views on the video. And I told the boys, I was like, you guys, like, this is really taken off. And then that was my first video that hit 100,000. I think it hit like 112,000 after a couple days. And that was it. I think everyone just kind of needs one big video to kind of get them in the door. And that was mine. And then from there, I was like, well, this kind of went from like a secret account to then I had all these people reaching out, DMs, they wanted to learn the business. So the whole account took a switch, and then I met this management company, DBA. They've been amazing, and they have found opportunity. But this is all fresh. This is all, again, in the last 8 or 9 months, this TikTok, and then the Instagram account I made in May, the end of May. So I've only had the Instagram for 2.5 months, almost 3 months now, and that has really taken off. So it's just really cool having, like, I guess, a community of people behind you who support what I do for a living. This is my real authentic self. I'm not, going in the character on camera. This is like the real me. So to showcase your real self and have people appreciate it is honestly the coolest feeling. It's really cool.
It's pretty cool, y'all. I'm telling you, just hanging out with Jake. And this is something new for me too, sitting here just with a gimbal trying to make sure this camera doesn't, just get off focus and all that. And I'm sorry y'all have to see my ugly face, but I just want to show y'all just a beautiful view of this Hummer in the background.
Same.
Even if they just give me a Nissan Altima, I'd be okay. This Hummer right here, let's go.
You're next, man. You're next.
Come on, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Wow, so 2.5 months on Instagram,
that's
only
it.
A few months on TikTok.
Yeah, we just hit 400,000 on Instagram a couple days ago in the last 2.5 months. And it's funny, I kind of shied away from making the Instagram at first. And my manager, she's like, you got to make one. You got to get more eyes on this. And I was like, well, what if I don't have the same success on Instagram that I had on TikTok? And she's like, who cares? Just make it. So I made it. And the first week was insane. I hit $100,000 followers in, I think, 6 days. And I was like, oh my God. Well, I mean, a lot of people came from TikTok, but I was like, damn, like we really have something good here. And then it went from 100 to 200 and then 2-3, and now we're at 400,000 in just a couple months, which is really cool.
Crazy.
Crazy. Again, I'm not a social media guy. This is all new to me. So, and now we're trying YouTube. Just this past week, I spoke to an editor. He's going to put some videos together for me. So we're going to try to branch out and do more YouTube stuff. So it's all happening very fast, but it's all really good stuff. And, yeah.
How's your family feel about it?
They love it. I think they're just happy for me because, again, I've been doing this for 15 years since I was in school. And I think to just finally put it out and have success with it, I mean, they love it. They love it. But I've been doing this again since high school. I didn't really want to go the college route, and I had a love and passion for this even back then. And I remember even in high school, I'm like, I just can't wait to get out of here and just work full time. Like I was one of those guys who I had a hard time in school. You know, showed up kind of whenever I wanted to, didn't put the work in. It just academically, I was never really into it. I just always wanted to work and get my hands dirty. You know, I wasn't like one of those guys who just did nothing with his life. I just didn't want to do school. I wanted to just work. So I did this, or I've been doing this ever since I was a sophomore. And even back then, I mean, I was making decent money for a 15-year-old. I remember we'd go out on the weekends. Back then, we didn't have OfferUp and Marketplace. We had Craigslist and we had yard sales. So we'd go out every weekend my dad and I on Saturdays, and we would just yard sale all day. And we'd load the truck up, take it home, and then we'd flip it. And back then, it was small money, but for a 15-year-old saving for his first car, it was really good money for my age. I was making between $100 and $200 every single weekend. And I just kind of filled out the piggy bank, and I just became obsessed with it. And then we start going to auctions, and then we kind of, like anything else, you just kind of grow. And we went from, buying lawnmowers and strollers and, nightstands, coffee tables, the small stuff, to then the bigger stuff. And then before you know it, I was flipping cars, and it just took off. But I told myself at 18, I'm like, look, the college route just doesn't make sense for me. For some people it does. Like, for example, my brother Max, he's an engineer, he's brilliant. He had to go. It made sense for him, but for me it didn't. And I said, look, if I'm going to sacrifice, these 4 years of not going to college and taking a huge risk in life, I need to take advantage of it. So from 18 to 22, I just balled out. I worked as hard as I could. And then I think by the time I would have been getting out of college at 22 years old, things worked out for the better. And the rest is kind of history. But it all just kind of started from yard sales and small flips on the weekends to now it's my full-time job. And now we have more doors opening with social media. So really cool.
Do the people know you here at this Goodwill you're coming to?
Let's try. So there's one right here. This one's okay. I was actually just here a couple days ago. There wasn't much, but you never know. The thing with Goodwill is they just kind of randomly restock. So people ask, like, what are the best days to go? What are the best locations? It really just depends. I mean, you never know who's going to drop something off in the back that's nice, when they're going to put it out. So I try to hit them all a couple times a week. And there's so many times I get there and there's somebody in the store who has an amazing item and I just missed it by like 5 minutes, So I always check them as much as I can. But again, I was just here a couple days ago. There wasn't much, but we'll give it a second chance. When we walk in here, I'll kind of explain some of the items from my videos that I got from this one.
Nice.
This is a decent one. Park back here. You got to find the shade here in Arizona, man. You got to find the shade.
Maybe.
Yeah, this is it.
That's it.
All right, cool. All right. All right. So this location, this is off of Val Vista and Southern here in Gilbert Mesa. This is a good location. Some of the items I got from here were the X-Men. It was a black coffee table I did recently. I got that from here. The white popcorn machine I just did about 3 weeks ago, I got from here. So this is a good location. I will say some locations are better for like clothes. Some have more vintage antiques. It depends what part of town you're in. Like if you're kind of over in like the 55 plus areas, they're gonna have vintage stuff, antique stuff. But this one's pretty, I would say it's a pretty good balance of furniture, antiques, collectibles, and clothes. And yeah, this is just a true day in the life. There is one girl who knows me by name here.
Okay.
The rest of them, I don't think, no. You're right. I'll get that for you. There we go.
Welcome, man.
Hello. It's funny with the camera. Yeah. Do you get like camera shy holding it? Because it's funny because I ask Megan to do it, and she doesn't like to hold the camera. So we go in the Goodwill, and I'm like, hey, can you get some shots of me? and all the footage is like 1 second long. So this is cool. So what did we just do? Oh, the little trike we did last week. This is actually the same workout equipment that I put in the video. Looks like it's all still here. It is very expensive. But I like buying exercise equipment. There's always a market for it. If I were to buy any of this stuff, it would be the treadmills. I stay away from ellipticals, but treadmills always bring pretty decent money. For example, this one's $100. That's a pretty good deal. I think most treadmills you can get at least $200 for. So if you want to double your money real quick, you can grab that. But you always want to test them out because sometimes they don't work. But yeah, exercise equipment, big market for that stuff. Bench press, that's pretty sweet. I did a bench press. One of my most viewed videos, actually. It was red with what I thought was black leather. It was actually dark green because I am colorblind. So I have a hard time with colors, but bench press, good money. Let's see. These are pretty cool, like display cases. See, a lot of stuff at Goodwill, you just have to really use your imagination. A lot of stuff as it sits is not resellable or have much of a resale value, but you can get crafty with stuff like this. And a lot of people, what you can do too is you can even use like Chat GPT and just take a picture of it, send it to Chat or Copilot, and just say, hey, what are some cool ideas that I can transform this into? And it will give you ideas of things you can make. You can give it themes that you want. So these have potential. I just don't know what it is. That's pretty cool. It's like Lincoln Logs. I will say when it comes to like keyboards and pianos, the market is very tough. Unless it's 150 years old and it's got a big name to it, I would stay away from them. They're beautiful, but the market for them is tough. Let's see what else we have. Excuse us. Sorry.
Hey guys, how you doing?
How you doing?
Hey, good. My name's Freddie. If you need any help here in furniture, just let me know and I can do a furniture write-up.
You got it, man. Thank you very much.
I just want to be on camera.
Dude, you did it. You did it. I love it. I always tell people too, when you're first starting out with flipping, I think starting with the small stuff is great, like coffee tables, dressers, because first of all, they don't take up a lot of space, and it's a good way to practice using tools, using, like, for example, the sander, using different stains, using paint, the hardware on them. Like, it's just, they're good practice pieces. So if you're first starting out, coffee tables and nightstands, dressers, all that stuff is perfect. See, the problem is, in one of my videos, I found a arcade, like an Ice Age arcade machine, and it kind of ruined thrifting for me because now every time I go, I'm looking for that big ticket item, which is probably never going to happen again. So, you know, as far as here, there's stuff I can work with, but I think we could do a little bit better. Yeah, washer, dryer. If
That's my money maker.
yeah, washer and dryer.
20 years.
Really?
Just doing 6 figures a year and just washers and dryers alone.
Really?
That's what I wrote the Craigslist hustle about.
Yeah.
My latest book, 20 Years of Flipper.
Yeah.
That's my niche.
Is it just washer and dryers or just all appliances?
Washers and dryers.
Really?
Everybody needs a washer and dryer.
Exactly.
And so yeah.
Exactly.
To this day, I still flip. I got a garage full of them.
No kidding.
Yes.
Okay, well, tell us about these. I mean,
Okay.
Whirlpool is obviously a good brand, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
The only reason, me personally, I would stay away from this one is because of the push button.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of problems come with the digital board. I like the older styles with the agitator right here in the basket. Whirlpool has been using the same parts for over 30 years.
Yeah.
And so I can take a 30-year-old washer and let me just flip this around.
Yeah.
So I could take like a 30-year-old washer and a 40-year-old washer and use the same part on like a 2-year-old washer. So that's the reason I enjoy some of the older ones. This jar right here, I usually can get these for free. The most I would pay for one like this is maybe $50 and turn around and sell it for $200 and charge delivery. The set, I can usually get them for free. The most I would pay for the set is $100, and I would sell it for about $400 and charge anywhere from $50 to $100 for delivery.
There you go.
So I've been doing that for years. Delivery is king.
Delivery is king, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, if you're reselling, you got to offer delivery. Like with the couches, I would say 75%, if not more, are deliveries. So, and you know, you could do free delivery. You can ask for a little bit of gas money. I usually ask for $40 and they have no problem with it. So I got to ask you about washer and dryers though, because we have a nice new LG set. I don't love the way they wash, you know, for some reason, especially with like all the cushion covers that I wash, I need a good washer and dryer. So I'll talk to you about it. Yeah.
16 years.
Really? That is so cool. All right. I think we'll probably try a different location if you're cool with that. Okay. All right. But it's funny, speaking of that, my big three over the years were couches, refrigerators, and bedroom sets. But like you said, everyone needs a washer and dryer. When you're in a market where people need this stuff, there's always going to be customers. Like everyone needs a couch, everyone needs a refrigerator, everyone needs a washer and dryer, everyone needs a bed set. If you can stay in those four, there's always going to be clientele. Yep. The only problem with refrigerators is I can't tell you how many times I would deliver them, and I tell people, hey, don't plug them in for 12 hours. Even if I stand them up, just don't plug them in. Let the Freon and the oil settle. I can't tell you how many times I drop them off, and 30 minutes later I get a call. And they're like, hey, it's not working. And I said, I told you not to plug them in. So I stopped doing refrigerators for that reason. Like for example, with the couch, you don't plug it in. You don't have to worry about that refund as much. But when you go to plug a refrigerator in, you're always taking a chance. It's not going to cool properly. So something else to think about. Yeah. So do you hit a lot of Goodwills back home?
Not at all.
No? That's it. I will say, I'll say this. A lot of people ask about the flipping in Goodwill. Goodwill is a great place to start. But like you said, I would stay on Marketplace. I would stay on OfferUp, even Craigslist still. There's much more variety than going to Goodwills all day long. A lot of this stuff is here for a reason. You got to really put a lot of work into it. But Marketplace is such a big network that I would shop on there for stuff to flip. Yeah. What's up, bro?
Nice seeing you.
What's your name?
Justin.
Justin?
That's insane.
Yeah, nice
I just saw your this morning. I woke up and I just saw your video.
Really?
You were flipping the TV with the. It was like the TV on top of the.
On top of the one of the like the exercise bike?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I just saw that yesterday actually.
For real?
Yeah.
How much?
125. Yeah.
That's an easy flip.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Justin. Take care, man. All right. That part I'm still getting used to. The people in public, man. Everyone has been so cool. I will say our followers, man. It's like the coolest community of people. So it's a good feeling though. All right.
At least they're saying they noticed you for something good.
Exactly, right? I hope it's something good.
Right.
Yeah. All right. But this is why I love this lifestyle, man. It's just fun. And I think now having the social media on top of it and just meeting all these people in public, it's a really cool feeling. And I feel like too, nowadays there's so much junk online. There's so much, all these scams, and I feel like people are trying to get money out of you, and everything just kind of feels like a tease in a way. And I want my platforms to just kind of be an escape from that. I want people to not feel like I'm trying to sell them on something or take advantage of them, or rip them off. I just want to have like an authentic platform where people can come to and I can provide a service. So it's very cool though. So washer and dryers, huh?
Washers and dryers.
Yeah.
About 18 years ago, I was unemployed and working a moving job with one of my brothers.
Yeah.
And all of my benefits was running low as far as unemployment, food stamps at the time.
Yeah.
And one of the clients offered him a dryer. Said if
Yeah.
he didn't need it. I didn't need it. My brother didn't need it either.
Right.
My brother said, hey, if you sell it, let me just around.
Yeah.
My brother told me, hey, if you sell it, you can keep the profits. Well, I had heard of this small site at the time called Craigslist.
Yeah,
So
good old Craigslist.
Good
Yeah.
old Craigslist. So I put it out there, and it sold within about an hour for $75. I said, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let me ask around and see if anybody in my family maybe has an old washer or dryer.
Yeah.
And my wife's cousin had a dryer. She sold to me for $30. Okay. So I put it back on Craigslist for $130, and it sold within 2 hours. Light bulb moment.
There you go.
And so I said, I wonder if people on Craigslist are selling washers and dryers that they don't need,
right,
for cheap, and maybe I can resell them. Mm-hmm. And I started just hunting, buying them and reselling them, buying them and reselling them. Then over time, I learned how to fix them. Long story short, somebody was about 3 years into it, because I'm telling people, hey, I'm doing this. They're like, how are you buying and putting them right back on the same site, and people are paying $200, $300, $400 more for them?
Right.
And you should write a book. I'm like, I can't write a book. I barely got behind.
Well, back then, everyone's like, for example, everyone's podcast was a book back then.
Right.
Everyone had a book, right?
That's true. Yeah. They did. And podcasts were just now coming on the scene.
Yeah.
But so I ended up writing a book called The Craigslist Hustle.
Okay.
And it took off.
Really?
So I ended up getting on the podcast called Entrepreneur on Fire. And this guy's still around. Entrepreneur on Fire. He has millions of subscribers. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But anyways, that book took off. And in the interim, I was still doing just buying and selling washers and dryers and anything I could get my hands on without going to jail for it.
Yeah, right.
So
keep it clean, right?
Keep it clean.
Yeah.
So here we are 20 years later, and I'm just wrote a book called 20 Years of Flipper. It's like a story style, but yet still self-help.
Right.
Showing people how I've, just over 20 years, raising a family, traveling the world,
yep,
doing it all with the side hustle.
Good
I got
for you,
my real estate license about 14 years ago as well.
Okay.
Through flipping washers and dryers, it helped to fund that. So,
good for you, man. I got to read that book. Yeah. I got to read that. That is awesome.
It's crazy because I'm not a reader, but I wrote a book.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm not a content guy, but here I am, Exactly. Well, that's cool, man. So like you said, like your light bulb moment, I think everyone kind of has that where you're like, wait, I think I may have just kind of like beat the system in a way,
That's good.
Yeah, like, you just did something that is outside the norm. And I think a lot of this business is the same thing. It's like, wait a minute, I'm an entrepreneur, small business owner without even realizing it. I'm on a small scale, but I'm doing the same thing that Walmart's doing, that Target's doing. They're buying products overseas and they're just reselling it for a profit. That's the same thing we're doing, just on a smaller scale. So, but that's awesome. And you need that light bulb moment in life. I think everyone kind of has that where you're like, wait a minute, this is maybe a sign.
Yeah.
Or a gift. I need to take it. And I swear, when life gives you an opportunity, you got to take advantage of it.
Absolutely.
I think that's really important. And there's little hints in life. And when you get that hint, man, just take it and run with it. All right. It is fun, man, too. It's like giving this stuff a second life.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
It is.
And I think of, and I'll show you when we pull over, all the couches I've sold over the years. I mean, thousands. And just like the house we just bought, I'm like, I bought this house with my bare hands.
Okay.
Just lifting every single couch in the house, cleaning it, repairing it, and reselling it. It's really a cool feeling. And you think of all the couches that we flipped, and I'm just like, this is really good for the planet too.
Yeah.
You're preventing all this stuff from being like mass produced. And you think of how much material goes into a couch. The fabric, the wood, the metal springs, everything. I mean, these couches are really big. The leather, so that on the back end is also a good feeling too.
It is. I hear all these people saying, you're stealing from the poor, re-thrifting clothes. I'm like, where are these poor people that we're waiting on to buy all these clothes, because there's so many clothes?
Exactly. I mean, you guys just saw in that last Goodwill, those were the same machines that were in the last video 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
This stuff does sit, and you think of how big these Goodwills are and the thousands and thousands of items that they have. I go to Goodwill for a living. There is so much stuff these guys have. I talked to a few employees. They say, look, if this stuff sits for more than 2 months, it goes to the landfill. It gets crushed. If we can't sell it, we can't donate it to anybody else besides us. We're already down here as far as the stuff that's brought to us. We can't give it to anybody else. So if we can't sell it, nobody else can. So we burn it, we crush it. So all that stuff, if people don't go in and buy it, it's gone. So, and I see all walks of life in Goodwill. That's when people are like, you shouldn't Goodwill is for people, in need, and that may be the case, and I'm all for that. But that's kind of like saying, only people in need can shop at the dollar store. Anybody can shop at the dollar store. Anybody can go to any of these stores. It's kind of open to anybody. And I think the cool thing with what I try to do is I don't just take it home and flip it. I try to take it home and refurbish it. And I think a lot of my work is I have just fun with the restorations. I really enjoy taking this stuff home and giving it like a whole new life, a whole new paint job, or whether I strip it, refurbish it, whether I put two items together. I don't just try to take it home and flip it, because I know that will leave a bad taste in people's mouth. I try to really put the work in for it. So, but I see, trust me, you wouldn't believe how many G-Wagons I see at Goodwill. Trust me, there's a lot of heavy shoppers in there. So, but I think as long as what we're doing is it's for a good cause, and I think it is for the most part. And I donate a lot of stuff to Goodwill because I come across so much furniture. For example, when I get these free couches, I get a lot of throw pillows, coffee tables, end tables that I can't sell or work with. So I take truckloads of stuff to Goodwill every month. So I'm always giving more than I'm taking, if that makes sense. So, yeah.
You think this will ever get old to you?
I don't think so. I think, doing this for 15 years now, I just think it's in my blood. I think if I won the lottery tomorrow, I would not stop doing this. I love it, man. I love it. I love the entire lifestyle. I love just going out and hunting for this stuff. The people I meet are awesome. I love, Lose my my tracks here. Let's see, are we on? Let me see what road we're on. This is okay, Higley. Okay, yeah, no, I really don't think so. I can't wait to even keep this going. I hope, our children one day enjoy this stuff, because just like when I was a kid and my dad taking me out on the weekends to yard sales, to auctions, and doing this, like that father-son bond, man, I hope to one day with my kids keep this going. So I don't think I'll ever stop. I love it.
It's like adrenaline.
It is.
Addiction.
It is, yeah. And I say, with time, the least exciting part of the business is the money. Like, you get to a point where, like, all right, I bought a house, I was able to buy a car, I'm comfortable at this point, but I think it's the passion that really keeps it going. And that's why I just love what I do. It's the coolest. Like, I grew up watching like American Pickers and Pawn Stars on the History Channel, Rick's Restoration. I love that stuff. Like, you can see it in the American Pickers, man. Those guys just loved what they do. And we used to laugh. I'm like, those guys used to drive the country. We used to do the numbers in our head, my dad and I, about the gas money they'd spend.
Right.
I'm like, they go to somebody's house, they buy an antique toy for $40 and sell it for $60.
Right.
I'm like, where's the money at? I mean, obviously they're getting paid for the show, but it was their passion. The money's, as long as your bills are paid and you're taken care of, everything aside from that is just passion.
It's true.
Yep.
It's true.
Yeah. So, go ahead. Sorry.
Provides so much freedom just to be able to do something like this.
Yep.
I never got into this for the money per se. Like, I wasn't chasing trying to be a millionaire.
Yeah.
I was chasing freedom with my family.
Right.
And so flipping provided freedom for me to spend time with my family, my friends, to travel.
Yep.
And so that's why the show is called The Next Big Flip. It's not necessarily from a monetary standpoint, but it's big to the point where it allows you to make it to another moment in life.
Yes.
Something that's important in life.
Yep.
And so what you're just saying, once you find that passion, it's on.
Exactly. Yep. Because I've had financial goals that I've hit, and I've done things that I thought at the time were things that were going to make me feel more accomplished. Like my big hurrah moment was when I bought an Audi R8 a couple years ago, and I was always in the cars, and I'm like, I just really want to get a supercar. So I saved and saved and saved and saved and saved, and finally I was able to buy this car. So I went out and I bought it, and that initial feeling of that accomplishment was the best feeling in the world. But I did it, and I was like, all right, now what? I guess what I thought was going to happen was once I bought this car, I was going to feel like I was complete, or I guess that like I did it, and I didn't really. That didn't do it for me. it was weird. It was one of those, it was a great feeling, but it was kind of almost like a letdown in a way. Because all this thing that I wanted so bad for so many years that I was able to get, I did it, but I guess you have like these walls in business. I knocked that wall down, and then you realize that there's another wall right in front of it. So I was like, all right, I got to get to that next wall. But then I realized, I was like, maybe buying this type of stuff is not what's going to make me feel accomplished. And so that's where I kind of just took a step back. I sold the R8 and just went back to my pickup trucks. And I was like, I'm much happier in these guys than I ever was in the R8. It was a great feeling. But I don't know, once you kind of scratch that itch, you realize that that's not what it's all about.
That's true.
Yep.
My old neighbor, I'm from the South, and so he would say, if it ain't a truck, it ain't no good.
Exactly.
So I
Yep.
know exactly what he means by that. Now I have your old pickup truck my dad gave me.
Yep.
And yeah, that thing gets me through a lot of stuff.
Dude, you got to have a truck, man. You got to have a truck. And the R8, man, was just a headache. You know, it had issues, and I took it to Audi one day to get it inspected, and they hit me with a $20,000 repair. And I said, you know what? I don't know if I need this. So I joke about it to this day, but I'm like, I love my trucks, man.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I love them.
Absolutely.
So, but this Hummer's not bad though.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Not bad. So where are you going from here?
I'll be going to San Diego tomorrow.
Okay.
Spending time with a furniture flipper.
Okay.
Lady, San Diego furniture flippers. She's pretty cool from what I've seen on Instagram and TikTok. So
Yeah.
then we'll be heading back to the Midwest, doing some editing and getting some stuff online.
There we go. Are you gonna drive?
I'm flying.
Flying? Okay. That'll be fun, man. Yeah.
I started in South Carolina and make my way all the way west to California.
And there we go. Well, I love this journey you're on. I think this is so cool. I think just going out and meeting all walks of life, hearing everyone's story, I think is so cool. And even you, man, you're just good energy, you know?
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Honestly, right when you walked in the door, I was like, this is going to be a good day.
I was
So,
excited.
yeah,
I was
this is awesome.
excited
Yep.
about this one.
Yeah. What advice do you have, though, for people? Because you've been in the creative space for a while. What advice do you have?
The main thing is take it one day at a time. I tell people yesterday is gone.
Mhm.
Tomorrow's not promised. Today is the day that we fight for.
Mhm.
Because you can get so bogged down with life. Like I
Mhm.
said, I was married at 19, had 3 kids by the time I was 21.
Mhm.
I needed that light bulb moment, and it came in the form of a dryer. And so you have so many doubts and fears. Okay, if you don't pay this bill within 2 weeks, this can happen, this can happen.
Mhm.
Today is all that matters. And so I live today as though it's my last, but yet at the same time, I'm prepping for tomorrow, if that makes sense.
I love that, bro.
So, yeah.
I love
And
it.
so we take it all in, and also I'm real big on just my mental space, and so just the people you hang around, the community, the company that you keep.
Yep.
And so my wife and I, we are actually missionaries, and we do a lot of ministry. My wife is in South Africa as we speak.
Oh, wow.
10 days, so she's preaching with a team of like 7 people, just going from Cape Town to Johannesburg, and so I'm staying in touch with her through WhatsApp.
Okay.
But we just enjoy one day at a time, man.
Dude, that's amazing. That is so cool. I think you attract the energy you put out too.
Yes.
I mean, dude, you're great energy. I mean, I think a lot of people, I kind of go back to like the social media stuff, where there's so much junk online nowadays. There's just a lot of negative energy out there. And dude, like your energy is awesome. Like, I just think you're gonna, wherever this goes over the next however long, I think you're just gonna attract really, really good people.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think, build that dream team, and who knows? But I love this. I love what you're doing.
Yeah.
I think it's great, man. I really do.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that just a lot of confirmation in what you just said. So I'm thankful, just even for the opportunity to,
Of course, man.
to welcome me in your home and be in your space.
Yeah.
I knew we would have a good time. I said I gotta get to San Diego.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to Mesa, Arizona.
To Mesa, man. Mesa, what a place, huh?
Yes, it is.
All right, I think this. Okay, yeah, it's in here. The cool thing with this Goodwill is there's a Savers right next to it.
Okay.
So you can hit both. And I don't go to many Savers. They don't tend to have the furniture selection that Goodwill has. And a lot of people ask me, like, hey, why don't you hit like local, like boutique thrift stores? And it's just not really up my alley. I know for people who thrift clothes and, like I said earlier, antiques, that's great for them. But I go for the high ticket furniture items, and that's why I think Goodwill has the best selection of that. Yeah, this Goodwill's huge inside. It's like a warehouse.
Wow.
This is where I shot the video with my grandmother. We did that one here. I don't know what else.
I like your Goodwill challenges. That's pretty cool. You spin the wheel and you just go for it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was cool to spin the wheel. Yeah, the Goodwill challenges I do really for the video's sake, because I know people get sick of the couches every single video, but couches are my main source of income.
Yep.
But I think this is more relatable in a way.
Yep.
I know a lot of people, don't have the space or room to go flip couches, but Goodwill, you could buy anything here. And I again, back to trying to be relatable on social media is, a lot of people, I can't compare to these entrepreneur gurus who have hundreds of millions of dollars to go buy all these businesses and real estate. But people can relate to this. I got 40 bucks in my pocket. Let's go inside and make a profit. That relates to people. And I think the education side of it and showing people like, hey, you actually can go out and do this. I think people really enjoy it.
That's what I believe, even in starting this podcast and the next big flip, that I said it's amazing that people follow, like what you're having almost 1 million followers is because you're relatable. They can see themselves doing it.
Yep.
I stay away from people who say make $40,000 in a month and this and that. No, it just,
I'm so tired of hearing that.
Me too.
Yep.
But to be able to just come and buy a couch, buy a treadmill, buy a TV,
Yep.
and clean it, fix it, and sell it.
Yep.
People can see themselves doing that.
People can do that.
Yeah.
Yep. That authenticity on social media, I think, is gone, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You might not make $40,000 a month doing this.
Yeah. But you'll make it to the next big flip.
Exactly.
The next moment.
Exactly. That's great, man. That's so true. And this definitely does open doors. I mean, I've been doing this, like I said, for 15 years, and I've been able to do the real estate stuff. Take the money from this, kind of piggy bank it, save it, and then with time, buy your first real estate deal or buy your first car you want to flip. You got to hit that next level, but it all starts here. And again, I don't make that much on these flips. You guys watch my videos, most of the time I flip this stuff for a couple $100 and I put hours and hours of work into it. But I want to just kind of teach the younger generation, where it all starts. And so I'm kind of taking a step back and doing some of the stuff that I did in the very beginning. Yeah. I think what else about here? Thank you. Go ahead, Lewan. Good. Go ahead, ma'am. Yeah. Thanks again. All right. Let's see. We got some furniture up here. They're already rolling out the Halloween and Christmas stuff early this year. Yep. Trying to think. What else did we do here? We did oh, my buddy Brandon bought a suit here. And that's the thing too, if you want to even for guys who have Depop shops and they sell clothes, there's a lot of good deals at Goodwill, especially for the suits. I mean, these suits new are $400 or $500. You can get them here for $15 and then resell them for about 50. So yeah, it's funny with the camera, man, the attention it brings. Okay, so it's funny, on my do not buy list, I have futons. I've tried futons. They were really popular about 15 years ago. They don't bring much money. I'd stay away from futons. I'd also stay away from couches that have beds inside of them, like sleeper sofas, because buyers worry about bed bugs and they're heavy to move. So I'd stay away from sleeper sofas and futons. That's pretty cool right there. That's unique. The wine cooler is nice. What I would do with this is I think the easiest thing when it comes to mini fridges and stuff like that, you think of a man cave. You can either paint this and do a Coors or do like a beer theme, or you could do a sports theme. So you can paint it red, like an Arizona Cardinals theme. That's always cool. Keep it local. There's always a buyer for that. But again, with wine coolers and refrigerators, you take that risk with Freon. And I know with wine drinkers, they want that temperature to be exactly like 58 degrees. If it's off by like even 1 or 2 degrees, it's hard to sell. And I want to show you too, like the Google Lens. For a lot of people who are starting out, they don't know what this stuff may be worth. What I do sometimes, because even to this day, there's things I don't know what it's worth. Let me try to find a unique item here. That's pretty cool. That pull-up bar. 40 bucks. I'd probably sell it for 75. So there is money in it. But I think, again, I think we could do a little bit better. The padding's kind of falling off here. Let me show you an example though with this Google Lens. Let's do it here on this washer. So I'll show you guys. So I go here, I go on the Google app. And there's this little camera feature right here. You click this, you take a picture of whatever you're thinking of buying, and then Google will go in, do some research. The only problem is the connection in here is no good. Let's see if it pulls it up. And then here we are. Google will show you all of local listings, either new or used. So you can see here, there's some for sale for $300, for $250. So that's a good way too. If you're not sure what something's worth, you can pull up the Google Lens and see what they're going for online. Man, we're striking out today. There's not much. I want to grab something, but definitely. And that's the thing too. The hard thing with Goodwill is they only sell so many items. It's typically the same stuff. It's a lot of chairs. It's a lot of, sofas, a lot of Christmas trees. And what I don't want to do is have like duplicate videos. I want each video to be new and unique. And I'm learning with every video I make, it's getting harder and harder to find something new in the stores. So a lot of this stuff I've already done before on my channel. So finding that new piece is tough. That's a nice desk over here. These executive desks are kind of making like a comeback. This is actually a really simple job. All you have to do is kind of sand this down right here. I would use like an 80 grit, sand this down, and then do a stain over it. It's 40 bucks with the coupon. I'd get it for like 30. What would that be? 33, 34. I'd probably put about 20 bucks of material into it. We'd be all in for about 53 bucks. I think you could resell that for 400 or 500. Those are nice. But I've already done a couple desks on my page, so if anybody else wants it though, it's there.
Nice.
All right, I said we walk down to Savers real quick.
Beautiful day here in Arizona.
Yeah, it's only it's actually kind of cloudy out today. Let me see the temperature. 102. Okay, we'll take that. It was 117 the other day. So how does your camera do in these temperatures?
It can overheat.
Can it? Okay.
It can overheat, and so I try to watch it. I got two of them actually. I travel with two.
Good, good.
Just in case.
Yeah.
But, so far so good since I've been on this trip.
Good, man. Good. This thing overheats all day.
Yeah, like I said, I'm an Android guy, so that's probably what you want to get.
Yeah. I may have to make the switch, or have two. I have an iPhone and an Android. But I put this in the freezer probably 4 times a day.
No.
Yeah, I have to. After about 30 minutes, it shuts down. It overheats.
What model was that?
It's a 15.
It overheats like
It
that?
overheats, man.
Wow.
It's just in this heat out here, on the tripod. I get it, but yeah, and that's the thing is the recording part really slows down the flips, And as you know, you got to get the right shot, and there's plenty of times I got to set up all the tripods. I got to get I have like this light that kind of protects it from the sun.
Yeah.
And it really is. It probably doubles the time on a flip. Then you have to edit the videos and all that stuff.
Whatever the trajectory you're on, pretty soon I believe you're gonna have a team.
I'm trying.
I think you will.
Yep.
Yeah.
It definitely helps. I've always been a one-man team my whole life.
Yeah. Me too.
But I'm learning with this, you can't do it. You can't. You got to have help.
Same with you. You have such great energy. People are gonna love. They're just flocking to your videos, and so you're gonna grow so big. You're gonna need a team.
Yeah.
People are gonna be happy to work with you.
Right. I appreciate that.
No problem.
You too, man.
All right, ma'am. Don't come in here and take all the good stuff. We watching you. Don't take all the good stuff. We want it. I'm watching you. I'm just letting you know. Okay.
All right.
Golf clubs. What you think about them?
I don't know much about them, to be honest. Now, I will say, if you ever see a full set, grab it. A full set, you know, it depends on the name, if it's like Titleist, if it's Callaway, but a full set brings a few $100 typically. With a bag too. I just don't know much about golf, unfortunately. Try to get out there and play, but
Yeah, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff. Yeah. So we heard you be coming in here buying all the good stuff as well. So I'm watching your basket.
You see how much I got, right?
Oh man, you just getting started though. You just getting started.
I'm killing it.
yeah, savers for what I'm looking for is tough.
What is Savers? Now, I'm from Nashville. We don't have a Savers.
Just like Goodwill.
It's like Goodwill.
Yep.
Okay.
Just secondhand thrift. Yep. But I like Savers clothes better than Goodwill. Yep. I think a lot of Goodwill gets a lot of like out here we get a lot of Phoenix Suns, D-backs, t-shirts, like team shirts pretty much. But Savers has really nice articles of clothing, really nice stuff. Why that is, I have no idea. No idea. Yeah. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, and the cool thing with all this is I'm still learning every single day. Every day. I mean, there's new stuff. There's new repairs I'm trying to work on. It's just, but the cool thing is I can take a little from each flip and apply it to the next one. So people ask, like, where'd you learn how to do all this stuff? And again, each flip kind of teaches you something new, whether it's with sanding, repairing, you know, how to fix a couch, how to fix the motor in a couch. And you kind of realize that everything's kind of built the same way. So you take a little from this flip, a little from this flip, and kind of stick it all together. And for the most part, this stuff comes out okay. But there's plenty of times where I'm just like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Thank God for YouTube. But yeah, I mean, it's a learning curve. This stuff takes time. It takes time. For anyone looking to get into this out there, all I can say is just get in there and get your hands dirty. The best way to learn is just to do it. I think like anything in life, you can read the book on how to do it, but until you do it, you know, you're not going to have any idea what to do. So get out there, get your hands dirty, and yeah, you'll figure it out. Figure it out.
People don't judge us getting in this Hummer.
Like I said, the amount of G-Wagons I see out of Goodwill, I think we're okay. And I think there's something too to say about a lot of people with money don't mind shopping at Goodwill. You know, everyone thinks if all these rich people shop at rich places, that's not true. I know a lot of people who, no matter how much money they have, would prefer to spend their money wisely somewhere like here. And I'll hopefully one day be one of them, you know. I just have a hard time paying retail prices. With what I do for a living, buying everything either here, marketplace, offer up, I have a hard time going into a store and paying retail because the prices are crazy.
Feelings mutual.
Yeah. All right. So do you edit all of this right now we've been doing?
Me and my son, one of my sons actually went to college for graphic design and social media marketing.
Okay.
And so that's what he does for his career as well.
Wow.
And so he's excited to get to volunteer some time with me.
There we go.
Volunteer.
Yeah, there we go. That father-son time, man, it's important. Yep.
But I try to get all the videos together for him, you know, in between trips.
Yeah.
Separating the folders and get rid of stuff I don't need just to make it a little easier on them.
Yeah, yeah. So how long are your videos typically?
With this being the Roadshow, I'm trying to push for an hour.
Okay.
People just like to sit and watch.
Yeah.
My podcasts are about 20 to 30 minutes, but the Roadshow, I want to try to get at least close to an hour.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool.
And yours, if it's longer than an hour, I'm letting it run with it.
Let her.
People want to hear what you got to say.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm excited for this content.
Appreciate it, man. Same. We tried a podcast a couple years ago.
Yeah.
It was actually called Couches to Houses. It was going to be about a buddy and I, his name's Cam. We were going to kind of talk about how the couch business, because I taught him the couch business too, how we took the couch business and we're able to save up enough to do real estate flips, hence couches to houses. But we realized, dude, podcasts are hard. You know, we turn the mics on and lights, camera, action, and we're like, what do we talk about?
Right.
You know, it's tough. You're on the spot. You got to be careful what you say and how you say it. And I think the hardest part, was we were too new in the real estate game to put a podcast out.
That makes sense.
You know, we didn't want to put out or talk like we knew what we were doing when we didn't. You know, we did our first real estate deal about 1.5 years ago.
Okay.
When we did our first deal, we're like, dude, let's make a podcast.
Yeah.
You know, first thing, like, you know, like I said, like it's this generation's write a book, you know.
Right.
We're like, let's make a podcast. And we did it, and we're just like, dude, we don't know what we're talking about. You know, so we did 2 episodes and that was it. But it's fun, man, getting the camera set up.
Yeah, it is.
All the microphones and making the YouTube channel. But
a lot of work, like you said, though.
A lot of work, man. A lot of work.
But it's just that one idea.
Yeah.
That'll pay off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You just never know when it comes.
You never know.
And it's great to see you doing something that you're passionate about. Like you said, you're true to yourself. This is who you are.
Yeah.
It's not something you just conjured up.
Exactly.
Tried to get followers. No, this is who you are. You just a day in the life with Jake.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's the cool thing with my manager. We're talking about making content. I'm like, you guys, I can make content every day for you. You know, a lot of people, they have to go out and find that content.
Right.
You know, or they need that content moment. I said, I can give you endless content every single day. And that's the cool thing with what I do with this account is it's never going to run out.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't, you know, because every day is something new. And I'm never going to stop doing this. So the content's going to be there as long as I'm going.
Wait till you start traveling and doing the same thing. Because right now you're just here in Arizona.
Yeah.
But I can see you kind of similar to what I'm doing, just going to different cities and states to show people that it's not just here in Arizona where you can do this.
Right.
You can go to San Diego. You can go to Tampa, Florida.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's so. You ever been to Maine?
Yes.
Really?
Portland and Bangor.
Good.
So,
that is awesome.
Yes.
Yep. I was born in Maine.
What part?
Camden.
Man, how did you end up way over here?
So it's funny. So I was born out there. My mom at the time, she was young.
Yep.
She was probably my age now, 28, 29. And she was like, I can't live out here. You know, I'm kind of getting depressed. They were out in the woods. And so they said, okay, let's go somewhere kind of more noisy, you know, more happiness. We went from Maine to Boston.
Okay.
Or Milford, Mass, outside of Boston.
Yep.
We were there for about 5 years. And then again, I think they just wanted a break from the cold.
Okay.
They want to go somewhere warm. My dad got a job at Honeywell out here in 2002.
Okay.
So we came out here, what was that, 23 years ago.
Wow.
Been here ever since, yeah.
Been here ever since.
But I was born in Maine. Not many people have heard of it,
yeah.
let alone, but haven't really been there, so.
Yeah, they got some good lobster rolls. I'm not a big seafood guy, but my wife is, and so lobster rolls are really big in Maine.
Oh, they're the best, man. Up the coast there, it's so pretty.
Yeah.
I love going out there. We go out there every year. My grandparents live in Maine.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we visit. We're actually going next month. It's a good break from the heat every summer.
I can bet, but you said it was 100 and some degrees here today.
117 a couple days ago, 118. So, but yeah, Portland's nice.
Yeah.
Go to the old port. Yep. Anywhere you haven't been that you want to go?
That's a good question, and because I've been in a lot of places, but I'm trying to think. Dubai.
Really?
Dubai.
Okay.
I haven't been to Dubai.
Any plans to get out there?
As of now, no.
Yeah.
Only because we have so much travel already in the books and set up. We just got back from Tokyo, Japan. We did the Philippines, and we was in Brazil here.
Okay.
The last
Okay.
few months. And so, like I said, we're traveling with ministry and then just for personal time as well. And so we got a lot of travel lined up. But Dubai's not on there, but I want to go for some reason.
You'll get there, yeah. How is Tokyo?
Tokyo's cool.
Yeah.
From the standpoint of just a very eclectic city, and they got a lot of great clothes and fashion, food.
Yeah.
Just depending on where you are, can be kind of expensive.
Yeah.
So I was happy to make it on over to the Philippines,
Mhm.
where it is a lot more affordable.
Is it? Okay. Yeah.
The Philippines is very affordable. So yeah.
Very nice. My top two, I want to go to Greece because I'm Greek,
Okay.
and I want to go to Tokyo.
Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I took my son to Athens, Greece for his graduation.
Okay.
From college about 2 years ago. It was really nice.
Really, man, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So you travel, man.
We traveled.
Yeah.
And I didn't take my first plane ride until I was about 33. I'm 45 now.
All in the
So-
last 12 years, huh?
Yeah, so I said I wanted to make sure my kids were well traveled and knew how to travel.
Yeah.
And so we've been able to get in a position to be able to do it here. And so I'm thankful to do it.
Amazing, man. That's awesome. I think it's important to kind of see the world, man.
It is.
We all live on this one big rock. You might as well see it all, you know?
Yep.
Different cultures and different people. It's really, we just went to Costa Rica last year,
Nice.
and we went to the Dominican Republic this year.
Okay.
Man, it's not too far from here, but when you see that side of the world, man, it's just so pretty.
Yeah.
You know, it's so tropical. The people are awesome. The food's great. It's just, and it's right in our backyard.
Yeah.
You know, but Megan loves to travel.
Yeah,
She loves to travel,
Yes.
and that's where we actually have a hard time. Is she wants to go see the world, and I'm such a homebody.
Really?
With this business, you can ask Megan, when we go somewhere, after about 3 or 4 days, I just want to get home. I'm itching.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I get kind of anxious with what this mission I'm on.
Yeah.
And if I'm not working every single day, I start to get really guilty.
Okay.
And so whenever we go somewhere, after a few days, I'm like, I have to get back home. But I'm trying to compromise.
Yeah.
Relationships all about, compromising. And I'm like, I'm trying to do this for her because that's what she loves.
Yeah.
But I really have a hard time with it. So we try to do quick trips.
Okay.
So Dominican was 4 days. That was awesome.
Okay.
Costa Rica was 11 days.
Okay.
That was tough. I get away from this for too long, man. I lose myself. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. And I guess I'm blessed to love what I do so much to prefer this over vacation.
Yeah.
But we go explore, and we're sitting on the beach, man, and I'm just like, I don't know. I just would rather be home, get my hands dirty.
Yeah.
As nice as a mojito on the beach is, I don't know. Maybe I'm not there yet. Maybe with time, but I just feel like I'm just, this whole business is all momentum driven.
Yeah.
I think every day builds to the next day, and I think when I step away from it, I just lose myself.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to explain.
Maybe as you travel, you'll get a chance to go out to some thrift stores in some of these places and create content while you're there, especially 11 days.
Yeah.
There's got to be somewhere you can buy and resell something while you're
Something,
there.
exactly.
I promise you there is.
Kind of incorporate it into the trip.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. So it'll be a win-win for you and your girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Got to keep her happy, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what somebody told one of my guests I interviewed last week. Tokyo is a place where she's from,
Mhm.
and she talks about just the clothes in Tokyo are totally different than here in America. And she's a big thrifter.
Yeah.
And so she says when she goes there, she gets a lot of the clothing, brings it back, and sells it on eBay.
Okay.
So even as you go to Tokyo,
Just kind of collect a little bit, take it home. Yeah.
It's that's content.
That's content. Exactly.
I promise you, this content.
Exactly.
And now you just opened yourself up to new subscribers from Tokyo.
From Tokyo, yeah. You get Tokyo behind you.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I definitely see it in the works for you.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yep. No, that's important though. Just kind of incorporating what you do anywhere you go.
Absolutely.
And it's easy doing this, Everywhere's got furniture.
Yeah.
They got thrift.
Yep.
It's cool.
Depending on where you go, rent a truck.
Rent a truck.
Just
Yeah.
Make content out of it.
Exactly.
I promise you, you can do it.
That's the plan when we go to Maine next month. I'm going to be there for 7 days.
Nice.
And I hate to step away for 7 days doing this. When I see my grandparents, it's an exception,
Yep.
I want to spend as much time with them as I can, but I'm like, and my grandmother, Nanny, she loved doing the video at Goodwill. She had
Okay.
so much fun. The comments were so nice. Like whenever you put your family online, like I was nervous. I'm like, I don't know how they're going to react.
Right.
My poor sweet grandmother, but everyone was so nice. And she saw the comments and she was so excited. So she called me a few days ago. She's like, I have so many plans for our trip next month. We can go to this thrift store, this thrift store. It's super wholesome.
You
So
gotta do it.
yeah,
And then
yep.
just a grandson with their grandmother.
Something about it, man.
You're gonna get you some good mothers following you.
Oh,
around,
my God.
grandparent.
Exactly.
That's awesome. That's
Well,
awesome.
it's crazy doing this. The amount of people who say hello in public,
Yep.
the amount that are older. I wouldn't think, I didn't think that people had TikTok, this older generation. And I think that the cool thing about the older generation is they love a good conversation. They're very social. I can't tell you how many times in a coffee shop or just out and about that these older people just want to talk. And they say, I watch, and I'm like, really? They're watching the videos. The cool thing is the demographic is everybody with this content. You're getting the young kids who want to start out, and you're getting the older folk who, they've been thrifting their whole life.
Black, white, Hispanic.
Yeah,
Asian.
everybody. It's so cool. It's the coolest thing, and that's why I love so much this channel and just the reach it has. I love it. I love it. But the old folks, man, they're cool. They're cool. They just want to sit down and chat. And this lady, I got a picture with her actually at a coffee shop last month.
Okay.
She's probably in her late 60s, and she watches the videos.
What?
She's like, yeah, with her daughter. It's crazy. And I'm like, no kidding. And she was like, she had a Pottery Barn couch that had dirty slip covers.
Okay.
She's like, how would you wash them? And we were sitting there talking for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's just really wholesome, man. Like I never expect.
My mind's always churning, so I'm like, that's content.
That's
I'm
content.
just
I
sitting
know.
like,
I know.
sit down
I gotta
and
be
show.
like you and get the camera out. I'm still kind of camera shy. I don't know how people are gonna take it. You know, if I
Yeah.
whip the camera out.
A lot of times they're just like the guy that we ran into. I just wanted to be on camera.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
most people, if they don't want it, they just slide to the side. They respect it.
Yep.
As long as you respect them.
Exactly.
So, yep.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, most of the people I probably will never see again.
Exactly.
So
Better to have the content when you get home too, right?
Yes.
So many times I'm like, we missed a great content moment.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
So it's better just to have it out. I always tell Megan, I'm like, just record. I could always crop out what we don't use.
Yeah.
I'd rather you take a 5-minute video than a 5-second video.
Makes sense.
So we went to the gym a couple nights ago. We did a day in the life video.
Come on.
And she was having a hard time with recording. Like I was telling you in Goodwill.
Yeah.
She'd take a quick video and she'd put it away. Kind of camera shy. And I'm like, Megan, if anyone should be embarrassed, it's me. Because I'm behind the camera.
Right.
So we got home and she took like 3 or 4 1-second videos.
Okay.
And they're so quick. I'm like, I can't work with these. Even if I slow them down, I can't work with them. So
That's what I tell my guests. I said, you're the one on video 90% of the time. I'm fine.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I'm thankful for you.
Yep. Yep. No, this is so cool, man. I really appreciate this.
No, I appreciate
Honestly.
it.
Yep. This is so much fun. I think we could really make it popular.
Yeah.
I think all these thrifter flippers, I think it's a good wave right now.
Yeah.
That if we can we all ride this wave and really just put the word out.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of like a lost, what's the word? Like a lost art.
Yeah.
You know?
It's true. I believe it. I believe it.
And make thrifting cool.